Outside Turner. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That is his first foul of the game. And Steve, defenders can't just go under on screens any longer defending John Wall.
Yeah, that outside shot keeps defenders honest, and it opens up driving angles and passing lanes for John Wall, who's one of the most explosive players in the league.
Sessions, no good. Celtics trail by 3. Smart passes to Olynyk. Washington with the rebound.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
He had stolen by Sullinger. Stolen by Serafin. Here is Porter. And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
And this team has done a nice job on the glass. I think that's how they've built this lead. They've been very physical, really established a presence in the paint.
Well, they've chased down those balls. As soon as they've hit the iron, they've been chasing them down. That's been a solid effort by them.
So on the floor for Washington, Bradley Beal and Otto Porter Jr. are the wingmen. Kevin Serafin is out there with Humphries, and it's Sessions in at the point guard. Now here's Zeller. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Zeller's got the first basket of the second quarter for the Celtics. The Wizards with the lead. Now here's Sessions. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Beal against Green. And Beal kicks to Humphries. Shot misses. Now Boston takes it the other way. This their first look at this year's Washington squad. Barea dishes to Turner. Zeller setting the pick for Turner. They kick it out to Green. Just 5 on the clock. Jerebko the pass to Turner. And again, Boston with the triple.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
The Wizards making the playoffs last season for the first time in the last 6 years, playing around 500 basketball. Steve, what's the upside for this team in your opinion?
Well, their depth and history of injuries have to be a concern, Kevin. I mean, in the East, they'll remain a playoff team, but a contender for the title, I don't know.
And, you know, part of the depth issue for the Wizards is they struggled to find difference makers in the draft. Aside from taking John Wall first overall back in 2010, their selections have more than often left a bit to be desired.
Celtics making a switch here. Chandler's checked in. And then for Washington, Nene comes in for Chris Humphries. And it's Pierce in for Otto Porter Jr. Green, no luck. The Wizards shooting about 42% so far.
Well, you look at some of the best picks in Wizards history. Earl Monroe, Wes Unseld. Great players, but not as many great picks, and that's frankly why this has been one of the NBA's less successful teams over the years.
Brandon Bass is checked in for the Celtics. Gortat's checked in for the Wizards. Hall comes in for Sessions. Now here's Pierce. Right now averaging 5 points a game. Wall attacking. Right at the free throw line. Chandler with the rebound. Celtics have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Green kicks to Bass. Now the dish to Barea. Feeds it to Bass. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Some changes for Boston. Bradley comes in for Jerebko. And Thomas subbed in for J.J. Barea. That's good from Paul Pierce on the assist by Wall. And the Wizards lead by 1. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Now here's Bradley. He's got 5. Chandler up top. Bradley kicks to Thomas. Boston, no good that time either. The Wizards have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop.
Paul Pierce, at one time a franchise talent and elite two-way player, now a self-described role player. He's a heck of a good one, too. A great scorer, shoot, drive, and get to the line.
Chandler with the screen on Wall. In the corner, it's Bass. That's good, and it's Thomas picking up the assist. Bass has got his first 2 points.
Great interplay there between those two teammates.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. Well, the Celtics had a lot of problems, Clark, in a number of places last year, but at home they just struggled to put up points.
And, you know, they hadn't been known for being a high-scoring team in recent years, but no amount of defense could have made up for their woeful offense.
Now, here is Gortat. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. So it's Boston now. Outside Thomas. Outside Bradley. This one for 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Chandler, and it is flushed down with a nice jam. There's a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, good one here, guys. This is going to be fun to watch. 2 evenly matched teams, both teams playing hard.
Now here's Beal, right now averaging 7 points a game. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Some changes for Boston. Olenek is checked in for Chandler. Jared Sullinger comes in for Brandon Bass. And Anthony Morrow subbed in for Green. And a switcher also for Washington. Butler, he's checked in for Paul Pierce. And Bradley gets it to go.
Boston would end the year with just 16 wins at home. That would be the 3rd worst mark in the East.
Wall against Thomas. Wall dishes to Beal. Back to Wall. 6 to shoot. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, the Wizards very high on their young, athletic backcourt of John Wall and Bradley Beal. Both so young and lively. They can run the floor and score. I get the feeling they feel like the backcourt is really the foundation for this franchise moving forward.
Smart's checked in for Bradley. And a change for the Wizards. Humphries checked in. Now, here's Thomas, averaging 12 points a game. Sullinger with a screen for Thomas. Beal pulls it in. And Beal with his great outside shooting, a nice compliment to John Wall.
You know, you watch Wall, how much he's improved as a shooter, but he's best really attacking off the dribble. With Beal spacing the floor, I think they make a nice 1-2 punch.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now here's Smart. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Thomas goes in, and the layup is good. Thomas got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Tipped away. Wizards have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Here's Beal. Again, the Wizards score.
Back and forth we go. That basket gives us just another lead change.
And there have been too many of those to keep track of. What a contest.
And Thomas, here we go. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And a tie game in ball. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Bradley Beal having a dominant impact in this game.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out. And so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
We've got Green. Brandon Bass is out there with Chandler. Then it's Thomas. And it's Bradley in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half.
Well, you look at the Wizards, they've got an interesting mix of younger players and veterans. And they had tried to build their team with younger players, but a lack of leadership and maturity and professionalism led them to make some trades for more veteran presence. And you need a nice blend if you're going to win at a consistent level and get to the playoffs. And the Wizards got all the way to the second round as a result.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And for a Wizards team that has mixed results in the draft, trading for proven veterans, Steve, certainly makes some sense.
Yeah, but it may also limit their upside. I mean, that's the trade-off with a solid veteran front line and a young developing backcourt. We'll have to see if they can continue to climb in the East.
The defender had the position and the height. Even when you use the fadeaway, it's tough to overcome that.
Here's Beal. And Boston with the rebound. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Yeah, a lot of fans focused on that matchup for Detroit.
Now, here's Bradley. He's got 7. Bass with a screen for Thomas. He feeds it to Bass. And it's Nene with the rebound.
I like his tenacity getting to the basket there, even though the dunk rattled out. 99 times out of 100, you'll get the dunk or the foul.
For the Wizards, Kevin Seraphin is checked in for Gortat. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Beal. All with it now, Thomas defending. Thomas with the steal. Bass with a screen for Thomas. The pass to Bass. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 3.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, gentlemen, Kelly Olynyk grew up in a basketball family. His father was the head coach at the University of Toronto. Kelly said, "I had unlimited access to a huge basketball mind, which was unbelievable. He loved the game so much, and he had so much knowledge and experience. It really made me want to succeed in the game." Guys?
Great skill in that front court. He fits right in. Thanks, Doris. Here's Wall after the basket by Boston. The shot no good. Good D by Thomas.
Starting to get restless here. 0 for 4 to start the second half. John Wall is 6'4", with a 39-inch vertical leap and long arms to boot. Is an elite physical specimen when it comes to the point guard position.
5 to shoot, and the wide open shot from Green. And the 3 ball is good. And now an 8-point Celtic lead.
Nice job again that time to add to their lead. I'll tell you what, they're doing everything right at this moment.
They're playing steadily in all aspects of the game, Steve. You're exactly right.
Washington calls timeout. And as with any timeout at this point of the game, important to go over the strategies that are working and those that are needed in terms of adjustments. And, of course, the opportunity, guys, to get hydrated with Gatorade before coming back out of the floor. We've seen some good action so far, and there's more of it to come.
Yeah, this game has been physical, it's been fast, it's been high-paced. So anytime you're in a situation like this where it's really a hard-fought game, critical to keep yourself hydrated throughout.
And Washington has possession. Following the 3-pointer by Boston. And Wall, a blur, guys, in the open court. Perhaps, Steve, the fastest player in the league end-to-end. He is devastating in transition.
Yeah, he's so tough to stop around the rim, even in the half court. But when he gets ahead of steam going, he can get into the lane and then finish with either hand. So, man, he is tough to stop.
Pierce with the screen on Turner. Turner against Sessions, and it's Pierce in the corner. Pierce with another miss.
And you can feel the momentum swinging. They needed that shot badly.
Steve, I sense some frustration here. It seems like they're getting a little frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run.
Now, here's Green. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Wide open. And Tyler Zeller on the bucket on the assist by Green.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assist.
Some changes for Boston. Sellinger's checked in for Chandler. Morrow comes in for Gerald Green.